Hey guys, it's Lucas D. So in this video we'll be taking a look at a level 79 character I've got in the Hardcore League. This character currently is using Blade Vortex, and the way I'm using Blade Vortex with this character is, if we pull up the skill tree over here, is we use it as a witch and it's as a summoner. And what we effectively use is, just having a look here, we've got Mistress of Sacrifice. So what effectively this is for Blade Vortex, will have 20% increased skill effect duration. So it works quite well with Blade Vortex. The next thing is your offering skills also affect you. So the way I effectively use that in this build is we use it with cast when damage taken. So when we take damage, we will get Bone Offering, cast and damage taken, and we'll even have that with Desecrate. So just in case there's no corpses around, it'll create corpses with cast and damage taken, and it'll also use Bone Offering if we're getting damage taken as well. This will effectively give us around about an extra 34% increased chance to block attacks and spells, and that is quite effective in this build as an extra buffer of around about 64 to 65% chance to block spells and attacks. Now we also use Bone Offering in our boots, and they are linked with 4 to 5 faster attacks and shield charge, as we had an extra socket there, and just in case we want to self-cast Bone Offering, in case we just need it. Okay, so our 5-link setup is Spell Echo, added fire damage, controlled destruction, increased critical damage support, and Blade Vortex. In our shield we use Warlord's Mark with Blasphemy and Hatred, so red, blue and green. Warlord's Mark works very well with Blade Vortex because we leech life and mana off our enemies, and it kind of just always works well as long as we've got enemies around us. Hatred is a no-brainer, just gives us a lot of extra cold damage with our physical attack. Now we also use Commander of Darkness as our summoner, so this is what you'll get in Labyrinth Cruel. The reason for that is we have 7 blue items equipped on our character. The reason why we have blue magic items equipped on our character is we use the Hidden Potential Jewel, and effectively because we have 7 magic items equipped, that should give us an extra 22% increased damage per magic item. So effectively that is 154% increased damage. Now the reason why Commander of Darkness is so effective also in the Summoner build for Blade Vortex is we get an extra 20% increased resistances to cover for our magic items we have equipped, and we'll also get an extra 30% increased damage because we have the Hatred Aura. So we have 15% increased cast speed from our Stone Laser Amulet and 50% of our block chance applied to spells. The Lionized Remorse Pinnacle Tower Shield we're using, and this is the Legacy Tower Shield, so in 3.0 you'll have a much better Lionized Remorse Tower Shield. In the weapon slot we'll use a dagger. Now make sure the dagger's got added damage to spells, and we use a dagger for shield charge, fortify and faster attacks. Make sure on your blue items you have life and resistances basically. So the higher the life, the higher the resistance, and you'll be doing nicely with your magic items. On the skill tree you want to pick up all the all resistances nodes, because we are using magic items, so you need as much resistance as you possibly can to get resistance caps. Now I already mentioned Commander of Darkness, how it gives you 20% to all resistances, which is really good for this build with the Hidden Potential Jewel. Okay, now let's do a map. We'll do a Shaped Acid Lakes map, and this is a tier 9 map. We are currently level 79 in a tier 9 map, so effectively that's quite a high level map for this character level. Okay, now I'll just effectively shield charge everywhere, and I'll get my fortify up and cast my Blade Vortex. So you want to try and get 20 Blade Vortexes, or as much possible stacks as you possibly can. The more stacks, the more damage you get. You can effectively work out how many stacks you possibly need as you're going through the map anyway. So when we are taking damage, our lightning golem will be the trigger on our weapon with cast when damage taken, and also when we're taking damage we'll also have the Bone Offering skill which will come into effect. If we need the Bone Offering skill and we've got corpses laying around, we can actually self-cast it as well. Now, as you can see, we also have Tempest Shield, which is running, and it's well in effect because we have the increased skill effect duration, which is really good for Tempest Shield. Kind of stays on for quite a long time, and it works really well, especially when we have Bone Offering up. So we'll be blocking a lot, and when we are blocking with Bone Offering, also remember we will be getting life regeneration. I think it's about 230 odd life regenerated every time we block, something like that. Okay, so I'll also discuss the Orb of Storms, where we have Power Charge or Critical Strike, Increased Critical Strikes, and Arcane Surge. So effectively, when we drop Orb of Storms on the ground, we'll be getting Power Charges, and every time we use Orb of Storms, we'll also be getting Arcane Surge, which will increase our damage effectively. So we'll be getting increased damage from Power Charges and increased damage from Arcane Surge. Now what I'll do here is I'll walk into this magic pack and I'll show you how the Bone Offering works. So as you can see, we took a bit of damage there and Bone Offering automatically casted for us, which effectively would give us the max block, almost max block and spell block. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll skip ahead to the boss room. I think it's not far ahead now, so should be just down here. Okay, so we're at the arena area now, and we'll just go into the boss. Okay, so one thing I'll mention about this build is it's really effective against bosses. Because the single target DPS is really good with Blade Vortex. It's one of the best benefits. Now I'm not even using the concentrate effect on here, and as you can see the boss is going down really quickly, which is quite nice for this build. That's why I really like Blade Vortex. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying when it comes to the AoE side of things, but it's still a very fun build to play. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Lucas D. Thanks for watching. See you later.